Top of the afternoon, it's your boy Coach One Stack at my best, building the steam of self through thinking. And as you see, I'm wearing the new at my best gear, man. That's gonna be, man, it's gonna be available to y'all real soon. Can you dig it? Looking fresh and flies, whatever, man. But as you see, today's title is, man, semen retention. Why it's so important? Because it's some lines you don't cross. So now I'm gonna tell you guys a story about Samuel Little. Listen close, guys. Samuel Little was one of the most prolific serial killers in America. You may have heard of him, you may not have heard of him, but let me give you a little backstory on Samuel Little and why semen retention played a role in his serial killer life. You dig what I'm saying? So now, Samuel Little, man, he's probably about 80 years old if he have not passed away. But here's the thing. Samuel Little was responsible for about 97 or 98 murders throughout about a 30-year span of all prostitutes. You know, just sticking to the story. And the cold part about Samuel Little is, you know, once he was caught, you know, they got him for a certain number of homicides, but they still had a lot of bodies that were not found. So to get like sent to a smaller, like a minimum security prison that was closer to his family so he could get visits, he agreed to tell police, you know, the location of some of his bodies. Now, here's the thing. What does that got to do with semen retention? Keep on listening, man, because it's about to get real fucking deep up in here, okay? So now Samuel Little, from his sick mind, now remember, this was over a 30-year period, almost 100 bodies. You can look this up. Samuel Little took some colored pencils and a crayon, and this man literally drew every one of his victims by memory. He drew them by memory. He drew their face by memory with some colored pencils and some crayons after 30 years. And they were like dead on to the pictures. You dig what I'm saying? So now, what does that have to do with semen retention? And I'm going to tell you how that equates to this man being a serial killer. Now, some of his victims got free. And what they said about Samuel Little was, see, Samuel Little, he deleted all of these women the same way, by strangulation. He liked grabbing their neck. You see what I'm saying? So now some of the surviving victims said that when they picked them up, because they were all prostitutes, you dig what I'm saying? That's why it's important to be at the best version of yourself. See, so you're not picking up prostitutes. You know, you feeling good, you looking good. You don't feel like you got to pay a woman for something you should get for free. So, but Samuel Little wasn't being the best version of himself. He didn't build his esteem himself through thinking. So he had to go use prostitutes. That's a vice that I tell y'all about. See, vices will end up getting you in prison too, as well. It ain't just about the semen retention. It's about the vice as well. So now some of these women who survived, they said that Samuel Little, when he would pick them up, he would start grabbing their neck. And the thing is, Samuel Little could not get an erection unless he was grabbing their neck and choking them. Now, you see what I'm saying about semen retention? See, he crossed some doors, and I tell you guys this, he crossed some levels, he crossed some thresholds that you ain't no coming back from. See, now, he was to the point where he let his vices get the best of him to where this man could not even get a full erection unless he was choking somebody, and that's how he deleted all his victims, by choking them. So this man, due to his vices, due to not being able to have any semen retention, you know, just falling to his lustful needs and not being able to have any type of discipline about himself and just go get it on his own. These are the thresholds he crossed, and this is what caused him to delete over almost 100 people, because he could not gain an erection. You see what I'm saying? See, semen retention is just not so much of, you know, keeping it to yourself, keeping it in your zipper, being choosy-Susie with your partners. It's also about the choices you make when you do decide to release your semen. You just don't release it inside of everybody and with everybody, because it's not for everybody, and you can't do it in every way. See, sometimes, like I said, you put yourself in certain situations with your vices and devices that now you're in a no-win situation. Your member don't work. Your testosterone is low because Samuel Little was doing his drugs. He was doing his drinking. He was doing his smoking. He was doing his gambling. He wasn't getting his rest. He wasn't getting up early. He's at the lowest. To me, when you go get a prostitute, that's at the lowest point of the totem pole with me, fellas. Because, man, hey, you can go find a woman with one leg or no legs, and you can talk her up out of that thing any time of the day. At least you should be able to. You should never find yourself yourself paying for something that's free. But like Samuel Little, some of y'all is like Samuel Little. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all have crossed so many thresholds, right? On that sexual side. So many of you have is just sexual deviance, and y'all have crossed so many thresholds that your body is not even active anymore. It doesn't even respond to your woman anymore. You dig what I'm saying? Some of y'all flip through more of the dating ads than you do a want ad. You dig? Some of you guys, man, are looking more at the porn and looking more at people on Instagram and trying to get somebody pictures more than y'all looking at y'all own kids' report card. You understand what I'm saying? Some of you guys are trying to, man, spread yourself so thin in the middle of the night and try to get that late night workout with a woman, but you won't even get your man boob having ass in the gym to go get your body right. You see what I'm saying? Look, you see I'm looking right. You want to look right too, don't you? Become the best version of yourself. Don't be like Samuel Little. Look it up. Semen retention. See, so as a man thinketh, so he is. Start thinking with the big head and not the little head. See, if Samuel Little knew about some semen retention and was trying to be the best version of himself, he never would have been seeking out them prostitutes. He never would have gotten himself to the point. He never would have gotten himself to the point of being so thirsty that the only way this man could try to please a woman was to stroke her neck, and therefore breaking all of their necks and deleting them. It became one of the most prolific serial killers in history. Almost 100 victims, guys. You don't want to be that person because here's what happens. You sneak around, you're doing this stuff in the dark, right? You're not going to do it with your friends. You know, you sneak to these adult bookstores, you sneak on your phone, you sneak on the computer, you get on your little Fire Stick, and you think ain't nobody watching. But man, come on, man. Everybody can go look at your Fire Stick and see the last thing you watched. You know, some of y'all, man, are so low, y'all wait for y'all kids to go upstairs, and y'all got a woman in the next room, and y'all over here sneaking over here watching this stuff. Now, if you want to watch it, man, watch it with your lady. It's okay, but hey, man, I'm not against you doing anything that you have to do for yourself to survive. But hey, you should think bigger of yourself, because I've taught you already how to be the best version of yourself. See, you getting up in the morning, you getting in that routine, right? You getting in that routine. You feel, man, you don't want nobody to minimize you to anything like that because you've done so much work on yourself. You're like, what? That? I don't need no cookie. I can get that when I can't eat. Let's talk some tax brackets. Let's talk dividends. Let's talk IRAs. Let's talk some private jets. Let's talk about a 5-year plan. Not the cookies. Keep it in your pants, fellas, man. That's going to always be around. Man, that ain't going nowhere like water. And I call some of you guys the late bloomers. It ain't your fault that when you was in high school that you couldn't speak up for yours and take what was really yours, like the alpha male, like these alpha males on my page. We alphas around here, we kings. Y'all took what was given to you. And now when y'all reach that point to where you could pay for it a little bit, y'all don't see nothing wrong with it. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with spreading your seed and spreading yourself thin like the last bit of jelly in a jar. You don't see anything wrong with that, but Samuel Little did, and you don't want to end up like him because you find yourself in so many predicaments to where you're doing things to these women that you shouldn't do, that will cause you to lose your freedom, cause some people to lose their life, and all for what? A quick thrill. All for what? Some instant gratification. Don't you get instant gratification on your own just by waking up? I know when I wake up in the morning, I be so energized and happy. It's like busting a nut. You know, by the time I leave the gym, I've had that same feeling of going, you know, doing that thing, man, crossing that line with a woman 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I've had that feeling of smoking some 420 by the time I leave the gym. By the time I leave the gym and get up and pray and all that, I've had that feeling of being intoxicated. You know, I don't gamble, so I can't tell you about that feeling. I'm from Las Vegas, man. I keep my money in my pocket or buy tennis shoes with it. But yeah, guys, semen retention is a huge thing. And for y'all ladies watching this, y'all need to be teaching y'all sons that it's cool to keep it in your pants. It's okay to keep it in your pants. You don't have to fall to the peer pressure and be wanting to know how she feel and he feel, because some of y'all with the rainbow community, and that's okay, because I had had somebody in my comments talking about, you know, that he was a part of the rainbow community and his husband. Hey guys, I don't care about the rainbow community. You know, I have nothing against anybody in the rainbow community or anybody's sexuality. You know, keep it to yourself. I care not to hear about it. It's okay. You do you. If you have to talk about that and you're trying to prove something to somebody, maybe you're trying to prove it to yourself, not me. But that was a submissive video about a woman being submissive. So if you're in the rainbow community, you have a man, well, maybe your man should be submissive. It doesn't matter. It's the point that I'm talking about. But guys, back to the story. Semen retention. It doesn't matter. And a lot of you women need vagina retention as well, which I'll harp on that next. But stay tuned, because I'm dropping a nice little series tomorrow about men who gave away their manhood. Y'all gonna really like that. It's gonna be like a 5-part series of men who gave away their manhood. Y'all gonna want to hear this. But other than that, man, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, subscribe, share the page, watch the video, man. I'm dropping y'all all the real stuff, man. You know, I hear from Las Vegas, real deal. And hey, man, you know, be the best version of yourself. Be at yourself. Be at your best. Build your esteem of yourself through thinking and not drinking. Have a good day.